Hi there. I'm happy to see you all again. Welcome to the Q&A of today. And I received some emails from you, and I will be happy to share um, what people have been asking and to support you in these times. For a minute, I'd like to have a silent meditation just to connect to with ourselves for a minute. So I just close for a couple of minutes. We close our eyes and we turn our eye inwardly, and we just breathe. Just focus on the breath and just feel like you're breathing in and out. And just feel your breath rise. You can place your hands on your belly and place a smile on your face. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly come back. And yeah, I will straight away start with the questions um, that I received. Well, one of the questions is from Olga from Russia, and she feels really restricted in this time because there's not so much of freedom. We have all these rules right now, even also being at home all together. Yeah, a lot of people are not used to this, of course. I mean, we have many times we have a full-time job and we're out in the office and come home. So it's very important right now that we spend time uh, on our own, even if we are with friends and with family in one house. Um, Maybe it's a possibility for you to spend some alone time by maybe even reading a book or withdrawing yourself maybe in a separate room if possible. It's good when you take the possibility to be quiet and not talk all the time, even though you feel all the energies of other people. It is very important, especially when you're an empath, that you basically start to go within. And as an empath, many times we're focused on the outside world, and we are feeling and sensing other people very well. And this can be very disturbing when also the collective is very restless at the moment, and when you're in the house and you feel people walking by and you feel their stories, maybe their stress or their thinking patterns. And it's very important to sort of like, as if you have a lot of sensors going out from your system, to sort of take them in and to focus on your breath. That's why also in the beginning I wanted to have a short meditation, just to connect you with yourself, and to connect to your belly and to the earth. Keep feeling the body. So it's very good to do maybe some physical exercises if you're not a person who likes to meditate, but because it helps you to stay within, to stay with yourself. If you have the opportunity to do some, maybe some exercises from the internet, there's like these gym exercises or things like this. And this can help you in, if you have to stay at home, if you have like a quarantine situation. um, and even in daily life, even if you can still go out, maybe go for a walk, maybe if you are allowed still to go outside, go for a sit in the sun, or try to, it's a really good time to go within and to really feel who you are and what you are, because many times we are so much busy with our outer world and what is nurturing or non-nurturing. And now you can feel the differences if you start to really just not judge your thoughts, not judge your opinions in your mind, but just watch what is happening in your mind, and just to be present and have acceptance, even if it's difficult, even if there's a lot of emotions going through your body, and you actually feel maybe you want to fight your partner, for example, because they're not on the same page or they're having a different rhythm. Um, Allow yourself to just breathe and observe how you feel. Not react on how you feel, but observe how you feel. Because when you just try to observe it and you try to feel it and embrace it, I mean, with embracing, accepting, not going into the story, but because the story will all the time change, and maybe long-term patterns are coming up in your system and in your thoughts, that you have been always struggling with, but they're becoming more clear because you're stuck in a way, you know. And this, it helps when you send acceptance. And if you don't know how to send acceptance, you can refocus, you can consciously send love, or consciously feel the body, like feel in the body how it is uh, reacting. Maybe there's tension on certain place, and go with your thoughts there. I close my eyes when I feel, usually. So for example, if I would have tension in my shoulders, I would go there with my mind and just breathe to these places, and breathe to the belly, and feel the butt on the chair, or your feet on the floor. And it sounds like very simple exercises, but actually it is that simple, because you need to have distraction from mind. And when we are surfing on the thoughts of mind, it doesn't really help you. So when you focus on the body, or you focus on practical things in the house, maybe you can clean your house, clean up some stuff that you need to do. If you have a lot of things, it's a perfect timing to fix your garden. It's perfect time to clean up this cupboard that you haven't done in a long time, because it is distract your thoughts. And you can even, of course, also watch movies, or do other practical things, or read a book to be distracted. Or maybe you have this long-term project, like from art projects or writing or anything like that. When you refocus, you're starting to feel more content within yourself, and you're starting to feel more in alignment with everything. You're plugging into yourself, and instead of with your surrounding. And this is very essential also in other moments, not only because of this situation we are in right now, but also in the times in daily life as an empath, it's important to have alone time and to withdraw and to recharge. And I think for some of you, it could be really amazing to have this experience of home office because you can still connect to the colleagues and feel the differences between all the people, and also feel with whom you can really connect on a good level and with whom it's more challenging for you, and to stay even centered and stay correct and polite with everyone, and to stay in harmony with yourself, because it's not worth it. It's never worth it to fight, because it brings you away from your happiness and your contentness inside. So it's amazing practice this time. It's not an easy one. It's very challenging. I see it around. I mean, here in Amsterdam, we're still allowed to go outside, um, and I feel also a lot of tension in the shops or on the streets. A lot of yeah, nervousness around, and some people being super conscious and being very weary, and some people being very unconscious and kind of running and bumping into you, which in a way it's also refreshing, not to be all the time in this panic situation, of course. Um, but yeah, for me also it is. I notice that when I'm at home, that I can create a contained space for myself. Like in my home, I can do my meditations because I enjoy doing meditations and my Qigong practice and healing practices. And also, I enjoy physical exercises. So I can do those at home, and I create like a safe place for myself and a place where I can feel content. And then I have this consciousness in my home, and I notice that I feel quite happy and quite well within myself. But if I go outside, I go to the supermarket and I see people fighting over toilet paper or over food or anything. You feel the tension, and even if they don't speak, you feel that some people, yeah, there's more diversity. It's more strong at the moment. And I feel then after I feel sadness and or pain or emotions inside of my body. But as soon as I come back to myself and I focus on myself, and not because I don't want to be compassionate. It's like I am compassionate by going within, by feeling happy within myself, to connecting with myself in my space, and through that, you can support another person. So if I'm in the shop and people are not feeling good, but I feel calm and happy, and I try to make a joke about it and try to make it light, then it's more easy for people to deal with their pain and stress. And this is in general, when we are coming from a non-emotional place and we're coming from love and kindness and compassion, it's much easier, because many times we have no idea what's going on in the heads of other people. Maybe you feel bad about something they say or the way how they speak to you or how they treat you, but maybe it has nothing to do with you. Maybe it has all to do with how you um, it has maybe everything to do with how they feel inside and what's going on in their lives. And so it's important not to take things personal. And if you feel things that are personal, it's something for you to work on. It's something for you to realize, okay, this is a topic. I feel rejected, or I don't feel good enough, or unwanted, or unloved. And I will feel this and stay with myself and realize that it's a topic inside of my system or inside of my body, and I embrace it and make harmony inside by accepting this. And then also we come to the question of Michaela from Sweden. She sent also a request, and yeah, what should I focus on right now, she asked, to be or to stay in alignment on my path. And keep feeling yourself, keep reconnecting and connecting with yourself. So I mean reconnecting when you went out of your center, because maybe because you're empathically to your surroundings, or maybe because you're emotional or easily emotional. um, you try to focus on yourself. And when you feel confusion, because you said, yeah, it's a period of confusion. And so again, it helps tremendously to focus on yourself. It's like, maybe it sounds egotistical to say like, yeah, focus on yourself, but this is the only thing we have. We have our world, we have our perception, we have our way of um, seeing the world and experiencing the world within us. And we are the only ones inside our body and inside ourselves that can judge and say it's good or no good. And if you're aware that there's feelings outside and there's feelings within, and you just observe them and feel them, and if it drives you crazy or you're getting emotional, go do something. Go do something practical, and don't be angry with yourself. Don't fight with yourself, because it won't work. It only, if for sure for a minute you can be frustrated and, okay, I take a breath again. And when I take a breath again, I embrace myself and I say, it's okay where I am right now. It's okay how I feel right now. It is what it is. And I accept it. And I just go do something. I go do something practical, or I go help someone. If you're still allowed to go out and you have nothing to do or you feel uncomfortable, try to help anyone who is in need. So you feel like you have some purpose and you're doing something good. But don't forget to center yourself. So if you, inside or outside, in the house or outside of the house, I mean, focus within yourself, feel your body, keep connecting to your bodies. And even if it's really a lot of emotion, because sometimes it can be overwhelming, go to the physical, go do something physical, go do something practical. I repeat it because this is really important in everyday life. As an empath, as a high sensitive person, I mean, a lot of people who are not high sensitive or empathically, they also worry. And for them, it's actually the same, to focus within. It's none different. We're all the same. So I hope this talk helped you, and I hope it supports you in your journey, or maybe confirms some things that you're working with at the moment within yourself, or maybe in your surroundings. Send love to the people around you that you care for. Send them a nice text message, or give them a call and tell them that you care and that you're happy that they're in your life. I think this is also very important to share, even especially in times when it's difficult for you and for everyone, because it gives us support that we don't feel alone, even though we are maybe alone and we are in our own world or in our own bodies or in our own homes, or some people are stuck in different countries. I have quite a lot of friends being stuck and having, actually this morning I received messages that they don't have food, and they have to wait maybe for a week to get food. So be compassionate. There can be so many things for anyone, also for refugees that are stuck at the border, that are just there and not conscious, well, maybe conscious about the situation, but they're stuck altogether and they can't go nowhere. They have nowhere to go. So there's so many. I don't want to compare people's situation with yours, but even them in their situation, they have to go within and accept what is going on and to stay with themselves. And they have a chance of surviving and feeling good when they stay with themselves, when they don't panic, when they don't lose a lot of energy. And this is for daily life. If we worry a lot, if we have a lot of anxiety and stress a lot, our immune system goes down and we're not feeling well inside of ourselves. And I know that it's easy said. When I'm in my story, it's very difficult to step out of this story. Kick yourself, give yourself a slap on your ass and go for it. It's important for you to feel good, to be happy, and to be content. And This you can only do by refocusing and keep going and keep having the spirit. And if you lose the spirit, watch good movies on the YouTube with talks. There's many beautiful people out there giving amazing speeches. Be inspired or inspire one another. Help one another to step out of there and to embrace one another and have compassion. There's not only your story, we all have our own funny minds and our own craziness within ourselves. And if we accept ourselves, that all of us, we have our themes and our strangeness, but we accept it. I accept mine and I accept yours, and we embrace it. And of course, sometimes maybe your partner is driving you crazy, but if you or your children or other family members, but still embrace one another, accept one another, and take some alone time to withdraw yourself and to feel good within yourself so you can be good for yourself, with yourself, and embrace yourself and one another. I see that the time is going, and I want to thank you for today, because I know some of you, or maybe many of you, need to go to their home office, and or even some of you, like I heard in Stockholm, still the people going to work, so they still have their daily routines at the schools and everywhere. But so have a wonderful day. Tomorrow there will be a healing transmission at the same time, so be here. If you want any support, you can always watch the replays. The energy will still work and give you support. And send it to anyone who wish to have any support. If you're interested in any personal coaching, contact me through the website gulsje.com, and through the private sessions, because then we will do a private session, do some healing transmission and personal talks around your own personal situation. And Fridays will be Qigong practice again. So stay tuned every day at 10 a.m. Amsterdam time zone. Much love from Amsterdam, much love and much kindness, warmth, support, and joy. And see you all tomorrow.